What's going on, everybody? My name is Zach Hartley, and in this video we are going to answer one of the most common questions that I get from new investors and new traders, and that is, Zach, how do I find and figure out which stock I want to trade? So in this video, I'm going to answer that question for you. I'm going to give you a 4-step process. I'm going to give you examples of how I do it. I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know. Let's go. Okay, so first of all, for this video, we're going to focus primarily on swing trading. Swing trading is the idea of holding for longer than one day, but basically not long-term with a 5 or 10-year horizon. However, lots of the topics and lots of the concepts that I am going to cover in this specific video are going to apply to long-term investing. So you're going to get a lot of value out of it, even if you're not swing trading. If you're day trading though, we might use some slightly different tools here, and I'm going to make another video about that soon. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to see that. Swing trading, we're usually holding our trades for between 1 and 4 weeks. That definitely depends. That's just a rule of thumb, but it does definitely vary. We're also not diving into like 1-minute and 5-minute candles. We're primarily relying on one-day candles, and we are looking to capitalize on large changes in the price of that underlying security over time. So just to show you an example here, this is an actual trade that I am actually invested in right now. It is for Coursera Incorporated. I've talked about this company a lot. The reason I got into this stock is because I like the company, I like the fundamentals, I like the industry that they're in, and they started to show some technical indications that it was a good time to buy. The first one here is this double bottom right at $10. After that, you can also see a nice bounce off of support with good volume here, and we crossed through our moving averages, and we had a crossover of our MACD. So we had a lot of positive indications of a change in trend, and I personally thought this company was undervalued. And so I took an entry in this stock at $12.84. We're currently up 43% right now as I film this video, and the stock continues to break out through previous resistance. And so I am slowly moving my stop loss up as the price goes up so that I can manage my risk appropriately. I can lock in some profits, and if it starts to turn around or makes a big gap down, I'm going to lock in my profits, and it is going to be a strong, successful, and positive swing trade. So this is the example that I'm in right now. The stop loss is slowly moving up, and if you want to see any updates on this or my actual trades, I do have a Discord chat. I post all of my trades and my analysis. You get early access to all of my videos like this one, and you can ask me anything you want in there. The cost is $10 per month, and I'm trying to build a community of traders and investors. Currently right now, we have about 300 people, and I'd love for you to join. Now, how did I find this trade? This is the 4-step process, and this is what you need to go through if you're looking for companies to find. Now, one thing that I cannot stress enough is that if you are looking for a company to trade, or you're sitting down at your computer, you need to be patient and you need to look for good opportunities. It might not happen today. It might not happen this week. You need to be patient, and you need to make sure that whatever you are buying or selling lines up with your own criteria, your own goals, and your own strategy. You should not have a mentality of sitting down at the computer and thinking, no matter what, I'm going to make a trade today. That is the wrong mentality. You need to be open to not making any trades, to being in all cash and just sitting there and analyzing and waiting for the right opportunity. It is like hunting. You might not catch something, but when it does show up, you need to be ready to go. That is the idea and the philosophy here, is that we are just hunting for opportunities in the stock market. And so, number one, the first step in this process here while we are hunting is to start with a large trend. What I mean by that is look at the world around you and figure out what direction things are going. For me personally, these are the trends that I am focused on. Number one is online learning. More and more people are learning online because education is becoming more and more expensive, and people want the freedom to live and work anywhere they want. Secondly, drone delivery and transportation is about to take off in the next 5 to 10 years. I'm very, very bullish on the industry. We just need to see more traction. Third one here is renewable energy operators. I think they are going to be the powerhouse and the best companies you can invest in over the next 30 to 50 years, because they are going to be the ones that are generating the cleanest, most sustainable, and most high in demand energy that we can produce. And lastly here, quantum computers. I think they're going to revolutionize everything, and I think that they're going to be the next hot topic, just like artificial intelligence has been for the last 6 months. So these are the trends that I am watching for. You need to come up with your own trends. Maybe it's cybersecurity, maybe it's renewable wave energy, maybe it's something else that's super specific, maybe it's footwear, maybe it's something else. but you need to come up with your trends. You need to identify those trends. And then the next step here is to build a watch list with the companies that are in that industry. So just as an example here, this is my watch list window on Questrade. And as you can see, I have added every single drone stock that I can find in the public markets. They're in my watch list. I am watching them all the time. As you can see on this screenshot, I also have a watch list for online education and lithium. And the idea here is that you want to group all of these companies together so that number one, you can look at this just watch list screenshot and figure out, is the industry going up or down? And then you can start to dive into the individual companies to see how closely they're correlated with one another and how closely they're correlated with the general direction of that industry and how closely that industry is correlated with the market. Those are the things that you want to start to look for when you're building that watch list. And once you have built it, you then need to go into each and every single one of those stocks, and you need to understand a couple of things. Number one, how big are they? Is this a major market cap company or is this a small little startup? Number two is how volatile are they and where is their revenue at? So is this a company that is pre-revenue? Is this a company where the revenue is growing, or is this a company where the revenue is pretty much flat and they're just paying out the profits as dividends? You need to kind of understand where the life cycle of that company is at. And then number three, you need to perform your analysis. Here is a company called Braze Incorporated. I've drawn some support and some resistance levels. As you can see, we are forming a bit of a double top here. It looks like we're either going to break out or we are going to get rejected. If we get rejected, I might want to go short on this stock all the way back down to this 22 to 25 area. So those are the types of things that you should be thinking about. And then once you have done your technical analysis and you have highlighted or kind of put together a game plan here, what you want to do is you want to wait for that stock to fall perfectly into your game plan. And you do that by setting alerts. So for instance, if I wanted to go short on this company, if the price fell below $45, I would put an alert on that stock at, let's say, $46, so that when the price crosses below it, Questrade sends me a text, they send me an alert, they send me an email to let me know that something is happening with this stock. It has fallen below my price trigger and I need to get back into that chart to see if I want to execute that trade. So it is a system of preparation and basically getting all the way through to the end, to the point where you know that that trade is basically falling in line and it's working towards your strategy, and now it's just time to execute that strategy. That is the goal here. You want to set your alerts, you want to then manage your risk and put on a stop loss, you want to stick to your plan. My Coursera stock here, I think this is going to, or not this one, I think this stock is going to continue to run. I think it's a $40 or $50 company, but I want to manage my risk. I know that I went into this as a swing trade. 40% profit, even right now, is absolutely phenomenal for a quick little swing trade like this. So I need to manage my risk. I need to stick to my game plan. And I need to make sure that I'm following my strategy. Now, if you're interested in finding a broker to do this on, Questrade is the platform that I use. There's a link in the description to this video that will give you $50 in free commissions as well. It's great for all types of investing, so long-term, short-term, and swing trading. I use it personally for everything. I have like 5 different accounts on there, and the link is in the description to this video down below. Definitely check it out, but let's just quickly review in summary for this video. Number one, you need to build a system. You cannot just sit down at your computer, drink a glass of coffee, and then figure out how to day trade. That is not going to work. You need to build a system. You need to figure out how to find stocks that are on your watch list, that are in a trend that you have identified, and that are going into a direction that you want to trade. Whether it's long or short, you need to highlight those key levels on the chart. You need to set your alerts, and then you need to execute that strategy. Finding good trades, though, it takes time and it takes patience. It is not going to happen as soon as you sit down at your computer. I sit down every single morning, and for about an hour, I just perform technical analysis on all my watch lists and then evaluate out of the 50 stocks I look at, what is the best opportunity for today, and do I want to execute on that trade today? That is the mentality as I sit down at my computer, and all of this work, 99% of this work in successful trading, and especially successful swing trading, is done in the preparation. It is not the execution of the trade. It is done in the preparation and waiting for the right opportunity. So keep that in mind. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to click that like and subscribe button if you got value out of this video. Links are in the description down below, and I will see you in the next one. Good luck trading, good luck investing, and we'll talk to you soon.